4 women, 1 sound, a billion eyes watching.
Are you ready for this one?
From Seoul to the world stage, they turned fame into a strategy.
K-pop has become a worldwide cultural phenomenon.
Blackpink didn't just break into pop culture, they hijacked it.
I think what makes K-pop is the time that we spend as a train.
The Enjoy Me.
You guys don't like Enjoy Me? It tastes really good.
But behind the empire was a reality no one was meant to see.
Every time a new album comes, we're just excited. We're like, yay. Finally, one more,
Welcome to the darkest reality of pop music. You see the private jets, you see the Paris Fashion Week front rows, you see the screaming fans.
มันเป็นความรู้สึกให้แบบว่าให้มันรู้สึกว่าแบบเนี่ยแหละ
But look closer. Behind the billions of streams hides a trap. A horrifying psychological trap. This is a perfectly engineered gilded cage. 4 girls climbed a massive mountain of broken glass. They reached a summit of solid gold. But the air up there is too thin to breathe. This is the untold tragedy of K-pop's biggest princesses, and how fame has shattered their lives. This is the tragic, true story of Blackpink.
블랙핑크를 소개합니다.
The public loves a good underdog story. We crave raw talent. But the real history is a system of corporate erasure, erasing the identities of 4 young girls, pressuring them together like coal to create one diamond. YG Entertainment has no patience for failure. Here were 4 separate lives rushing toward one massive collision. Lisa.
I was born in Korea. It's just me and my mom. I'm the only child. I was raised in Seoul until I was 10.
For Lisa, it started in Thailand at 13 years old. The name that got wiped out of the records is Pran Priya Manobal. She lived a quiet life in Buriram. Then a local fortune teller delivered a chilling warning. She had to abandon her birth name immediately. Only Lisa would command the world. Trusting the prophecy, she entered a massive 2010 national audition.
I was 14. Such a kid. Like 그때는 막 한국말 한마디도 못하고 안녕하세요밖에 모르고 그래서 뭔가 되게 완전 새로운 시작이었어요.
4,000 kids tried out. She was the only one chosen.
วันนี้เป็นไงเขาฝึกซ้อมมานานไหมคะกับท่าเต้นบีบอยหรือเปล่าคะ
3 ขวบคุณป้าหนูเขาจะแบบบ้านเขาจะเป็นเหมือนแบบวงดนตรีอะค่ะทำวงดนตรีแล้วก็แบบ
She trained in song, dance, and beauty from morning until midnight. Jennie. A very different path awaited Jennie in New Zealand. She had her life laid out before her. Her mother planned to move her to Florida. She was supposed to study law. But a fierce rebellion burned inside her. She traded the security of law and her family's approval for her heart's desire.
Came back to New Zealand to pack my stuff up, and that's when I realized I don't want to go to America and do another study there by myself. I actually want to become a singer. Like, I don't know where it came from.
Singing Rihanna's Take a Bow sealed her fate. That single choice locked her into 6 grueling years of training. They were, however, the training that bore her stardom. It was the ultimate endurance test. Rosé. Across the world, another massive gamble was taking shape.
Hi, girls and boys. I'm called Roseanne. And I just woke up and welcome to Pajama News.
I moved to Australia when I was 8.
Rose, an Australian, took a 2012 audition that changed everything.
My dad saw on the news that YG was coming to Australia.
It wasn't an instant success, but she secured her place. The training was still to come. Her father thought it was a joke, but she dropped out of high school anyway. The machine swallowed her whole. Relentless vocal drills completely replaced her normal teenage years. But it was that obsession that forged her highly unique, husky soprano tone.
저 같은 경우에 처음 들어왔을 때 레슨도 너무 많았어서
Finally, the machine needed to find its emotional anchor. Someone who had grown up in Korea. That someone was Jisoo. She was a creative at heart. Although she's grateful for her success, there's also the dark truth. Joining YG in 2011 cost her everything.
We'd get a day off every fortnight and then practice again for another 13 days.
So like 14 hours a day, just training.
They stripped away her artistic autonomy. She buried her true self to survive. The ruthless environment demanded a stoic, constantly smiling face. As the eldest member, she became the mother.
숙소가 없을 뻔해.
This is a way of me teaching Jisoo.
And she played her role flawlessly. She hid her pain to keep them all from breaking. When the day came that Blackpink was assembled, it wasn't an organic coming together. Executives handpicked them and combined them in a heady, engineered mix. That blended talent is the secret behind the brand Blackpink. It's also the signature of YG Entertainment's success, their corporate blueprint. Together, they faced an unforgiving system. Executives scrutinized every single movement. They demanded impossible exponential growth on a monthly basis. One mistake could mean immediate public expulsion. This terrifying pressure forged a desperate trauma bond. Dating was banned, driving was forbidden. They couldn't even drink water without explicit permission. They surrendered their total autonomy to the label. Youth was traded for a tiny chance at stardom. And while securing the spot was merely the beginning of the nightmare, it was also a dream come true. And that tiny chance was about to pay off. The trap snapped shut on August 8, 2016. Their debut single album, Square One, dropped with Whistle and Boom Baya. They shattered records instantly, becoming the fastest act in history to hold the top 2 spots on the Billboard World Digital Songs chart.
However you feel comfortable, like.
I'm ready for love, I'm ready for love.
2 weeks later, they claimed their first music show win on Inkigayo. The rookie monster had arrived. But this meteoric rise wasn't without its early tests. The pressure to maintain this impossible momentum was immediate. Every single, every performance, every public appearance had to prove they weren't a fluke. In November 2016, Square 2 made them the first K-pop girl group to chart on the Billboard Canadian Hot 100. By the end of their first 5 months, they had swept the Asia Artist Awards, Melon Music Awards, and Golden Disc Awards. Billboard named them one of the best new K-pop groups of 2016. They were setting records at a blistering pace, but this relentless climb meant constant scrutiny. Every outfit they wore and every word they spoke became fodder for critics. This wasn't just about making music. It was about crafting an image, a brand, a global phenomenon. The girl crush concept resonated deeply, inspiring a generation. But behind the scenes, the requirement for perfection was absolute. They weren't just singing catchy tunes, they were being forged into an unstoppable global brand that left no room for error. 2018 marked the true international breakthrough. Their first EP, Square Up, exploded onto the global scene. The lead single, Do 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 Do, became an anthem. It debuted at number 55 on the Billboard Hot 100, the highest charting song by a Korean girl group at the time. The music video was a phenomenon, racking up 36.2 million views in 24 hours. They embarked on the In Your Area World Tour, spanning North America, Europe, Oceania, and Asia. Collaborations followed, signaling their global acceptance. Dua Lipa's Kiss and Make Up gave them their second entry on the UK singles chart. In October 2018, they signed a monumental deal with Interscope Records. This was followed by a historic performance at Coachella 2019. They were the first female K-pop group to grace that iconic stage.
Are we going to Coachella, like Blackpink? Like, are you sure? Like,
I didn't even think we would have, 100 people already watching us.
They were no longer just a musical act. They were a cultural movement, ambassadors of the Korean wave. The empire was growing, but so was the cost. Behind the billions of streams, each woman carried a different fracture. Jennie became the ultimate scapegoat, labelled a lazy villain by critics. The truth was severe chronic medical burnout. Her body was shutting down to prevent total collapse. What looked like rebellion was a biological survival mechanism. Yet she still broke records with Solo. Her image sold perfection, but her central nervous system was fraying. Lisa faced the cruelty of being an outsider. She left Thailand so young she forgot parts of her native tongue. Despite 100 million followers and massive solo success, domestic critics mocked her accent. She danced until her joints screamed in pain, trading her bone health for our entertainment. Rosé carried the pain inward as the perfectionist. Terrified of hitting a single flat note, she lived in a state of hypervigilance. She rewired her nervous system to handle the anxiety of being flawless. Even as she stood before the US First Lady at the APEC Summit, she was battling crushing internal pressure. Jisoo bore the quietest burden as the group's mother. She buried her exhaustion beneath a stoic mask, becoming a rock before she was allowed to be a girl. Even as the face of Dior and a Cartier ambassador, she operated on total depletion. The medical bills for these 4 women are staggering. Insiders suggest their vocal cord maintenance alone exceeds a town's GDP. They sacrificed cartilage, bone health, and mental peace. By 2020, the album sold 1 million copies, but the women inside were desperate for an exit strategy. The "pretty isn't everything" ethos was becoming a haunting reality. In 2022, the world wondered if they could maintain their dominance. They answered with Born Pink, their second studio album. It was the first time a girl group simultaneously hit #1 in the US and UK since Destiny's Child in 2001. They headlined Coachella 2023, making history as the first Asian act to do so. They headlined British Summertime Hyde Park in London, cementing their status as global titans. Stadiums across the globe were packed. They sold out back-to-back shows at MetLife Stadium, a feat achieved only by Beyoncé and Taylor Swift. Their influence extended beyond the stage into the highest echelons of power. Each member became a global ambassador for luxury: Dior, Chanel, YSL, and Bulgari. They were recognized by King Charles III as honorary members of the Order of the British Empire. They consistently topped the Forbes Career Power Celebrity list. But as their contracts approached expiration in late 2023, the industry held its breath. The uncertainty was a reminder of the volatile nature of the K-pop machine. By late 2023, the breaking point finally became a business decision. In December 2023, the announcement came. Group activities would continue. But the girls flatly refused to sign new individual deals. They effectively broke the heavy lock on their cage. They quickly launched their own independent corporate structures. Jisoo became the CEO of Blissoo. Jennie established Odd Atelier. Lisa launched her management company, Loud. Rosé signed a massive solo deal with Atlantic Records. This looks like total freedom, but it shifts all financial risk. They are now the CEOs of their own massive cages. The psychological ghost of the machine still haunts them. Fans noticed a heartbreaking detail during their solo tours. The girls frequently looked to their left or right on stage, searching desperately for bandmates who weren't there. This exposes the tragic reality of a phantom limb. Relearning how to fly alone requires breaking years of conditioning. As 2026 begins, the wait is over. Blackpink has just officially announced their third mini-album, Deadline, their first major full-group project in nearly 3 years. After a long stretch of solo activities, Jennie, Jisoo, Rosé and Lisa are finally back together as a group. The title, Deadline, hints at a bold, intense new era, and with teasers and collector album versions dropping, this comeback is already shaping up to be a global moment. But the question remains, is this a reunion or a final reckoning with the clock? The announcement of Deadline has sent the world into a fever pitch, but it also brings us to a stark crossroads. With 40 billion streams and 20 million records sold. But the ultimate price of extreme fame is never financial. The world does not want the real Jennie or Lisa. The consumer only wants the pristine Blackpink brand. They own everything except their own time and their authentic selves. This reveals the ultimate tragic lesson of the idol industry and the romanticizing of the brutal grind. The crown of global superstardom is a golden cage. From the outside, it gleams with beauty and envy, but inside, it can leave you utterly trapped and utterly alone. Blackpink climbed a mountain of glass and reached a summit of gold, only to find that the air at the top was thinner than anyone below could ever imagine. They dared to be bold, and in doing so, they changed the music world forever. But behind all the glitter, one question still lingers. Was the view from the top worth the years of grueling sacrifice it took to get there?